Hello, and welcome to the Cryptocurrency News Channel. Today we're going to talk about my top 5 coins for August. Now, I've been doing a lot of these top 5s every couple of months or every month, and I think I've been focusing way too much on the long-term prospects, and I'm going to focus more on the short-term prospects because the long-term prospects for any coin are all speculative. Years on out, even maybe months on out. I'm going to concentrate more on what I think would happen in the next month or two in terms of these top 5 lists, because people who are really going to be looking for this kind of information are looking for ways they can actually make gains. And if you're talking about long term, like, doesn't really matter what the my top 5 are too much for the long term. I will take long term into account, but I'm going to be focusing a little bit more on short term implications because that's where all the trading action is. Now, this isn't financial advice. These are just my opinions about what could possibly happen, and I'll explain why each coin I like it, and it's in my top 5. So number 1 is Bitcoin. Yes, it's finally number 1. And Bitcoin's performance has been quite excellent, and there's no signs of Bitcoin not being the number 1 performing coin until it reaches about 20,000 mainly. And when that happens, I do think people will FOMO in. Some of the altcoins will overtake Bitcoin. But right now, a lot of our favorite alts are actually losing ratio against Bitcoin. So Bitcoin has to take the number 1 spot. And there's been a lot of evidence that suggests when Bitcoin falls, all the other alts fall as well. So Bitcoin's in that prime spot. It is the safest coin out there right now. Has the most liquidity, most volume, most liquidity. And it's what all the financial institution investors want, like, Grayscale, Fidelity, Backed. They're all launching services for Bitcoin. So Bitcoin's number 1. BCH is actually going to be number 2. I know, like I've said, I don't like Bitcoin Cash several times in the past. That has not changed. But I can't really say I don't like Bitcoin Cash, therefore you can't make money off of it, because I think that's actually false. Bitcoin Cash is one of the coins, if not the coin, that follows Bitcoin the most closely. When Bitcoin actually goes up in price, BCH goes up in price too. Many times it actually outperforms Bitcoin in price, but it's at number 2 because I think it's a little bit more risky. Not really sure about BCH's team, but it actually looks like it's a pretty involved community, and a lot of the big exchanges will list BCH along with Bitcoin. And because of the high correlation with Bitcoin, much higher than most other coins, if Bitcoin goes up, BCH is very likely to go up as well, and that could be a good moneymaker. So BCH comes in at number 2. Ethereum comes in at number 3, both for short-term and long-term prospects. All the enterprise mainnet platforms use Ethereum. I don't really see them migrating away. I mean, yes, a couple have migrated to EOS or whatever, but those mainly are like crappy little gambling apps or small gaming apps. The enterprises stay on Ethereum. So Ethereum is number 3, and also Ethereum follows Bitcoin more closely than other coins as well. So that's why Ethereum is number 3. Strong correlation with Bitcoin plus enterprise use on mainnet. Number 4 is Tezos. Now, Tezos is a very interesting and risky coin, and the fact that it has pumped about 50% already pre-Coinbase listing. Now, I think it actually does get listed on Coinbase today, so there actually might be a pretty big drop in the next few days. Buy the rumor, sell the news. I actually do expect quite a bit of volatility from Tezos over the next week or so, and that's actually why it's on my list, because if you time it right, you can get a lot of swing trading profits from Tezos, I believe, in the next week or two. So that's why Tezos is number 4. Plus, they also have that STO deal with one of Brazil's largest investment banks. So at its current market cap, I think it can be pumped up a decent amount. So number 4, Tezos. Number 5 is actually KuCoin shares, KCS. Why is that? Because Binance is basically shutting off to U.S. investors in about a month on September 12th, and people are scrambling to see which exchange they'll actually look at. I also look at the volume for KCS, and I see the volume is going up. I think some of those customers from Binance will eventually move to KuCoin. And it doesn't even take a lot of them. It does not take a lot of Binance customers to move to KuCoin to actually pump KuCoin up. Binance is huge. KuCoin, at least back then was not nearly as big. So even a small portion of Binance customers coming to KuCoin that are US could pump the price up and really, really drive the price of KCS. Yes, it is more risky, but I think it's worth taking the risk. KuCoin, I believe, is a great exchange. I haven't heard of any problems with it, and I believe that there's going to be some flow of customers from Binance to KuCoin once it actually closes, because KCS does have a lot of those coins people want. And if you look at the volume for KCS, 600 million. I remember when it was like back, KuCoin used to be back in like the 60s, 70s, with not even 100 million in traffic. So the volume for KuCoin has grown exponentially more than other exchanges. And I do think that KCS, in terms of value of its exchange coin, will actually do quite well as well. So that's why KCS is number 5. KCS is number 5. So BTC, BCH, ETH, XTZ, and KCS are my top 5. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you and have a nice day. Remember, this is only for the next month or two.